When did being a good man start to feel like walking a mine-riddled valley where every step could blow up your job prospects, your relationships, even the way you look at yourself in the mirror? Picture tomorrow morning, you open your eyes and the first notification you see tells you, again, that masculinity is toxic, outdated, unnecessary. Yet 30 seconds later another post demands that you man up, because the world is on fire and someone has to fix it. Your mind jerks between opposite commands like a marionette. Invisible strings tighten around your chest and squeeze until breathing feels like failure. You want direction, respect, a clear role that lets you protect, provide, and create, without being branded a relic. So here's the question that decides the rest of your decade: will you let the crisis of masculinity dictate who you are, or will you rewrite the script before it rewrites you? Stay with me, the payoff is measured in confidence, connection, and a sense of mission that no headline can steal. Keep imagining that morning, but fast forward the clock 5 years while nothing changes. Your energy dips because scrolling replaced sweating, your friendship circle shrinks to algorithmic avatars, dating feels like auditioning for someone else's highlight reel. Work? You're replaceable by a cheaper freelancer on the other side of the planet. Health? Heart rate variability worse than your dad's at 40, testosterone sliding south, sleep fractured by blue light insomnia. Now tilt the lens 10 years forward, marriages delayed until someday, babies replaced by binge series, a passport full of Instagram shots and an empty photo frame on the nightstand. Zoom out further and see the social cost. Cities full of detached men whose quiet frustration fuels extremist echo chambers or numbs itself with cheap dopamine. The longer this runaway train stays on the rails, the fewer stations remain where you can still jump off with both legs intact. Ignoring the crisis isn't neutral, it's compound interest on regret. Meet David, 32, bright mechanical engineer, former captain of his college rugby team. When layoffs hit, he lost not just income but identity. Job boards ignored him, and without the locker room brotherhood he drifted, first socially, then physically. He cancelled his gym membership until money stabilizes, gained 30 pounds, and started doom-scrolling forums where anger passes for currency. A bar fight over nothing shattered 2 front teeth, the dentist's mirror finally showed a stranger beneath the bruises. But here's the kicker, David's story isn't unique. A 2024 Pew survey found that 63% of men under 30 feel displaced in modern society, and men without close friends have double the risk of depression and suicide. Real consequences, real blood on the floor, and real families left to pick up the shards of a man who never learned how to rebuild after the first crack. The first brick back into place is brutally simple: reclaim agency over 1 square meter, your own body. Set a non-negotiable daily sweat ritual, even if it's 15 minutes of push-ups and jump squats next to the bed. That micro-victory signals your nervous system that you issue the orders here. Pair it with a dawn walk, phone in airplane mode, eyes on horizon, sunlight resets circadian rhythm, testosterone smiles, and you begin the day as an actor, not a spectator. Then audit digital intake, unfollow feeds that traffic in outrage, subscribe to one long-form creator who teaches a skill you crave: carpentry, coding, cooking, anything that ends the day with a tangible product in your hands. Mastery sparks dopamine the healthy way and crowds out the urge to numb. But solving the outer crisis means facing a darker inner pattern. We numb because we lack a narrative that makes pain meaningful. Pause the scroll for 60 seconds right now. Brothers, which area of your life screams loudest? Career drift, relationship friction, health slide? Type it in the comments and add 1 sentence about how that pain shows up day to day. When you post, 3 things happen. First, you break isolation by speaking aloud. Second, another viewer reads your struggle and realizes he's not broken, just unfinished. Third, I'll use the top recurring themes to shape next week's deep dive solution video. Your comment isn't a favor, it's a vote for the battle you want won. And if a friend's face flashes in your mind, share this clip. Iron sharpens iron only when it's brought together. Back to the storyline. Acknowledgement alone won't plug the leak unless you widen the lens. Every generation sets fresh standards for manhood, but ours turbocharged the shift. Grandfathers measured worth by calloused hands, fathers by paychecks. Our turn demands emotional fluency and economic agility, warrior grit and caregiver warmth. Without a framework, those demands collide like oncoming traffic. So we build a new operating system anchored on 4 pillars: physical sovereignty, emotional mastery, tribal brotherhood, and strategic purpose. Drop one and the table wobbles, secure all 4 and weight distributes evenly, no matter how heavy the load. Here's the full install guide. Physical sovereignty, strength training 3 days, conditioning 2, 0 excuses, quarterly medical panel because prevention beats bravado. Emotional mastery, a daily 5-minute journal, 3 adjectives for feelings, 1 question, what is this emotion asking me to do? Plus a weekly long-form conversation with a mentor or therapist to convert confusion into clarity. Tribal brotherhood, schedule a standing meetup, basketball run, volunteer build, book critique, where accountability rides shotgun, group chats don't cut it. Strategic purpose, write a 1-page vision where your skills intersect a real-world need, revisit monthly, refine, and execute micro-projects that turn vision into metrics. Layer technology on top as a tool, not a tyrant. Use apps that track PRs, meditation streaks, or language progress. Delete those that monetize your outrage. The moment all 4 pillars lock, the crisis stops being an external storm and shrinks to a manageable breeze. Now cast your gaze 2 decades forward on this path. Your son, or nephew or mentee, asks what kind of man he should become. Instead of vague cliches you hand him living evidence, blood work of a healthy heart, a scrapbook of solved problems, a circle of friends who'd pull a midnight tow without asking, a partner who still reaches for your hand because trust remained unbroken. Flip the coin and glimpse the alternative, a brittle frame, a folder of HR warnings, a browser history of echo chamber rants, hollow eyes staring through a cracked phone screen at a life unlived. Both futures begin tonight with 1 deliberate act, or 1 shrug. You've walked the timeline, felt the stakes, tasted the first steps. Bookmark this video, hit subscribe if you want next week's masterclass on upgrading your tribe, and share it with the one man you refuse to watch sink. Until then, hold the line and stay dangerous, because the world still needs good men, fully alive.